Hey YouTube, how's it going? Retro Dave back with another video, and as you can see, I'm back in the game room this time. We've got a free house, so I thought I'll take the opportunity to get the next instalment of my curated Nintendo collection recorded now and uploaded to you guys as soon as possible. So the previous video, I gave you an update on my Ford Capri. If you've not seen that, please go back and check it out. I'll give you an overview of the car, and I'll talk about my game pickups and stuff like that. The stuff's coming in the pipeline, including what I've got here today, plus stuff that's coming up that I've not shown you yet. So in this video, I won't give it away, 5 NES games to show you. So I'll try and group up into bunches of 5. It kind of looks like a nice number, and then like I say, when I get another 5, I'll do another one, so on. I've got videos in the pipeline for Super Famicom, SNES and Game Boy. So those that are new to the channel or have not seen the previous episodes, what I'm doing is I'm building a curated collection of my favourite Nintendo games spanning NES, Super NES and original Game Boy. I'm kind of getting it to about 100, so it's going to be like my top 100 favourite NES game or Nintendo games. Primarily NES, then the next one is SNES, and then the least is Game Boy. So that's kind of where we're going and what I'm doing. Bought and stole many games over the years, up 20 odd years I've been collecting on and off and buying and enjoying games. So yeah, I kind of know what I like, I know the games I want, and I'm just going to stick to those games, then that's it. So these are my favourite games, stuff that I've owned before. Most of them I've owned before. I see whether it is back in the day as a kid or in the previous 20 years, games that I've rented and played at friends, family members that I owned that I enjoyed, got some nostalgia to it or whatever. Yeah, games I know that I like. So that is where we're going. And we're going to start off with a banger. So this is a birthday present from the mother-in-law, and it is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! So for those of you that saw my previous pickup video, I think back in April, I think it was in that video, or it could have been the one before that, like February. I had the original Punch-Out! Now, this is the one that I had back in the late 90s. I didn't have the later just Punch-Out! Mr. Dream. I bought that as a bit of a placeholder because a seller was selling like 3 games that I wanted, and it was really cheap. It was like 11 quid. So I thought I'll get it to play it until I can get myself the Mike Tyson's version. So I played Mr. Dream version right through and managed to beat Mr. Dream, I think on decision. I didn't knock him out, but I got it on decision. I'll insert clips somewhere in the video to show you, how I did. And then, like I say, I just got this to replace it. So Mike Tyson's Punch-Out!, and I've subsequently sold the original Punch-Out! Version on. I don't need 2 of the same game, but this obviously is the one that I had, and I love this game. This is like one of my favourite NES games. It's so good, and I've been playing this solid for about 2 weeks. So yeah, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out!, absolutely fucking love this game. Had this back in the day, and I've been playing this like all this week and probably most of last week since I got back off holiday. Been absolutely caning this game, and I love it. And I've actually beaten it. Now, I say beaten it in inverted commas because I've beaten Mike Tyson. I used the cheat code to get to him, to practice him. I kid you not, I think I practiced over and over for like 2 hours to try and beat him. I did beat him, and then I beat him on like decision. So I think I've knocked him out like 2 or 3 times. I have managed to play through all of the other fighters in the game, but I've not managed to string the whole thing together in one go. So I can play right through and get to Tyson, but I've not managed to beat him in like one playthrough. So I can kind of get right to the end, Super Macho Man, beat him, get to Tyson, but I've not managed to string the whole thing together. So I've technically beaten it because I've beaten all the fighters, but I'm trying now to play it all the way through start to finish. It takes about an hour. So yeah, it gets a bit annoying when you go all the way through and then you fuck it up on Tyson. and I've got to do it all again, and I just haven't got like 2 hours to sit in one go and play it. But I'm going to keep trying and chipping away at this until I can beat it from start to finish. But I will insert some pictures and clips of this game and have how I've done. So that is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Okay, next up, this game literally came, what were we on today? Today's Friday. I think this came Wednesday. And this is Double Dragon 2, The Revenge. And I beat this game yesterday, and again, I put that in inverted commas because I did use the lives cheat and continue code. This game is rock hard. Some of the platforming is just a joke. Like, there's certain sections where it's just like you drop and you lose a whole life, and that's the end of it. So you can start a 2-player game in game B, and you can basically beat up player 2 yourself, and then take their lives. So if you do that at the beginning, you basically have like 8 lives, or is it 7 lives? 1 or 2, 7 or 8 lives, and you can get as far as you can get. And then at the game over screen, you put in a button combination, and you get the option to continue. So I've beaten it in the fact that I've seen the whole game through on the hardest difficulty as well. I might add, I did do it on I did it on Warrior and then Supreme Warrior, which is quite a bit harder. Some of the sub-boss levels, sub-boss like enemies, can really kick your ass and yeah, sap all your life. So I have beaten it, but I haven't done it in terms of with your standard like 3 lives and gone right to the end. But again, that's something I will do. But I'm saying that I've beaten it because I have seen it to the end. Now, this is a game that my friend at school, Daryl, had, and I used to play it around his house. Yeah, so this is the nostalgia for this game. My friend used to own this in school, never owned it myself until, like I say, in the last like 20 odd years I have, but back in the day I didn't. This is a game that my friend had. Yeah, always used to like playing 2-player with this. On this with him back in the day, and yeah, finally managed to beat it. I'm trying to think how far we got back in the day. I think it would have been the end of level, is it level 2 or 3 where the helicopter goes up? That's right, and then the door opens up and the enemies get sucked out, and you can get sucked out of the door of the helicopter. I think it's the part after that where you then have to jump across 2 platforms and get in the door on the opposite side of the screen. This is one of those crappy jump sections I was telling you about a minute ago. And if you fuck the jump up, basically you fall and die, and that's it. And I'm pretty sure that's probably where we got back then, and we thought, can't be asked to start again. So yeah, that is my story with Double Dragon 2. And yeah, I've beaten it, but I'm gonna go back to it and try and do it like without using continues, and then kind of like with less lives and so on. So yeah, I'll kind of wean my way back, if you like. Okay, next up, Konami shooter. It technically is a shooter, but it kind of is and isn't, that makes sense. And that is Jackal. So this didn't get a PAL release. I'm not sure if it even got a Japanese release, don't know. The arcade game is called Top Gunner. So this is like a port of the arcade game. And yeah, Jackal is like a top-down shoot 'em up game, but it's kind of like you're in a Jeep and you can kind of, the screen can go left to, you're obviously going up, but you can also go off the screen quite a way to the left and the right to explore the area. And the idea is you need to find or rescue like the prison camp hostages and teammates. And you've got like a gun and like a grenade launcher, and you blow the little buildings up and you get the guys in your Jeep, and the guys that flash power up your weapon. So you start with like a grenade launcher, then it goes to a rocket launcher, and then you can have like a 2 spread and then a 4-way like rocket launcher. So you fire it into like a tank or into an enemy, and obviously it blows out 4 ways and creates more damage until you obviously get hit and lose your men. So yeah, and the idea is you get all your men together, and then like halfway through the game, or kind of three quarters way through the level, sorry, you get to the helipad, and your men that you've saved go into the helicopter, and obviously you get your points, and then so many more points, you get extra life and so on. Honestly, love this game. One of my favourites. Again, I did beat this like just recently. I think some point in June, maybe end of May, June. I'll insert some clips or video or pictures or something somewhere in this video to show you. Yeah, it is tough. There's parts of it that are really quite tricky, quite congested, and it's easy to get blown up. So yeah, you have to be careful, but honestly, this is a really good game. Yeah, and if you've not played it, I recommend you check it out if you can. So yeah, Konami's Jackal. Next up, it's a Disney Capcom classic. Previously shown you Tailspin, and this is DuckTales. So yeah, DuckTales is a cool Disney platformer. And again, this is a game that my friend at school had, and I had the Game Boy game back in the day. I never owned DuckTales. Again, this is the one again my friends had, my friend had. I don't think we ever got very far in it. Maybe I always started from the top down. I always started on the Amazon, Transylvania, and there's Himalayas, and I think I used to kind of get knocked out around that sort of time. I did try the moon level. I think was actually quite hard for me back in the day, and the Himalayas as well. The Himalayas has got quite a few ways you can go and stuff like that. So I remember getting to, yeah, I think the third level in the mines. Is it the Himalayas? No, it's not the Himalayas. Is the snow one, isn't it? Yeah, I think in like the third level, like the mines. So yeah, I love this game, and I've beaten it. It's not too hard. You can do it in probably like half an hour, perhaps. Once you know where you're going and you kind of can find your way out. But yeah, quality platformer. Yeah, classic like Disney Capcom game from back in the day. So yeah, DuckTales and Tailspin are the two games that I would thoroughly recommend if you haven't played them already. Although I'm sure you probably have. Okay, so last up for this video, another Capcom shoot 'em up, and that is Gunsmoke. Now, I'm having some real difficulty with this game. So yeah, this is scrolling, and like with Jackal, you can kind of go up and back slightly and left and right in your own time. So you can take your time with Jackal and progress, you know, at a speed and at a level and as kind of cautiously as you want with no time limit. Whereas Gunsmoke, the screen is scrolling up continuously at one speed, and you are forced to just keep going and stuff keeps coming. So it can get quite relentless. So the first level isn't too bad at all, obviously. The second level, I'm trying to remember the bloody layout, but I think it's the third level where you've got like the little teepees, I think it's level 3. I think I'll get to level 3, and that's when it really starts to ramp up for me. And you get a game over on level 3, and then you've got to try and get all your money saved up again to buy like the power-up weapons to get you through the level, and it's just a slog. So you kind of like, if you fuck it up at level 3 and die, you might as well start again. Well, that's how I found it. To get onto level 3 with the Magnum or the machine gun, you really want them for later in level 3, especially to kill the boss at the end. So I think I've got to, after it's I think level 4, I'm trying to remember what it looks like off the top of my head. Again, I've been playing this on and off, but this is really tough. Oh, yeah, level 4, for those that you know the game, level 4 is the ninja level. So yeah, the Indians one, level 3 is tough, and I got off that and got to the ninja stage, and I can't get past it. That's as far as I've got, and I've tried and tried and tried. I'm going to keep going, but yeah, there's like, you've got like mountains covering like over half the screen, and you've got like enemies throwing like rocks down the side of like the mountain, and you're kind of forced to stick in like a quarter of the screen, and you've still got enemies. You've got enemies coming up from behind you and from in front of you, and it's just really tight to maneuver yourself around to shoot the people in front, and then you've got to wait for the enemies, because you can't shoot backwards, so you have to kind of dodge, wait for the enemies from behind you to kind of like come round, and you've then got to go back round and then shoot them. Yeah, and there's quite a few tight sections, so yeah, and obviously I lose my eyes and die. This has got, I believe, unlimited continues, because I've been continuing for as long as I can take the patience, so maybe 10 times or something, and I just gave up. But I will keep playing it, obviously, because I want to beat it. I want to beat all my games. That is the plan, is to beat everything. All of my favourite Nintendo games, I want to beat them. So yeah, never ever beaten this game. But yeah, I'm hoping to beat it soon. So of all the 5 I've shown you, 4 of them are beat. This one, unfortunately, haven't beaten yet. I was hoping to have beaten it for this video, so I can include the little clips at the end of the game and show you kind of like me beating it. But I'm going to have to include this in a later video once I've finished it and I can put the clips in. But yeah, it's a quality game, but very tough. Very, very tough. So yeah, that is the 5 NES games. I'm not sure you can see that. I can't see the camera. 5 NES games for this video. Hope you've enjoyed the little update and seeing those games. And yeah, let me know if you're familiar with any of those games. You got any history of those games? Are any of those your favourites? Maybe you'll check them out, who knows. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there, and I shall catch you again soon for another one. Take it easy.